So it's done, brother? Yes. Yes, Volkmir. She is dead. I have gotten the message from our agents. I'm glad that's over with. It is a dark deed, but at least Hungary is now no longer a threat. Yes, that is true. But since we have gone so far... Brother, are you saying what I think you're saying? How, after we have done as much as we can we stop here? No. We must continue. Then war with Hungary is on the horizon, my liege. My brother, I would say so. I would say it would be tragic if we were to go so far and stop before the end. Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again with Batic, the King of Bosnia. This is going to be a slightly short episode, I think, today, because this is a cleanup episode with parts of a overlong session that I recorded. Let's just get going. Should be using our prayer book and probably our bejeweled scriptures. That's fine. Now let's look at what else we got. We got this mace. We don't need it for anything. We can also get rid of the modest gemstone. We were thinking of... What are we thinking of doing here? We don't have an antiquarian. So maybe we should get an antiquarian to see what we could possibly reforge. This guy can do it. He's fine. We'll put him in. That's all fine too. So we were going to see if there's anything we could reforge. Wait, what? Oh, we can't do it because of money. We could reforge the prize hammer, which we're actually thinking of doing. Give us dread, stress gain, guest opinion, natural dread. If we were to reforge the other hammer instead, it's the same. So let's... Instead of reforging this, because I don't think it's that good an item, let's just destroy it. We'll keep the scales for the one stewardship. We will, I think, repair this. I think that's good. Yeah, that should be good. That should handle our stuff for now. We're out of debt because of it. Everything else is fine. So where are we? Well, Hungary, right? But to fight Hungary, we need our strength to return. So this is the daughter of my daughter. She is stuttering. All right. Let's name her Apollonia. That's cool. That's our... That was the mother of our first king's wife, Apollonia. Perfectly fine with that. Who needs a position? Spy master. We don't have a spy master. What happened to our spy master? I am serious. Oh, he's in prison. Who are you fighting that you're in prison? You need to get out of prison. Like, dude, we need you. Doing your job. Things are looking pretty strong up here. Hopefully this can fill in. So our steward, we can change his... Raise him to high taxes and use a hook. It's fine. Continue to work on our sway. Oh. Someone should do something. Summon the physician. Man, it's harsh how much legitimacy you lose for something you have so little control over, right? Like, it's funny. That's what it is. You should be protecting against the plague. It costs a little extra money, but it's fine. Croatian flux, early prevention. do a soft approach. Success on our early prevention. Good, good. The age of the world. Everyone deserves to know the truth. No, I think I will consult more people, both Ghosty and alchemists, about this, because I could have made a mistake. I'm willing to acknowledge the possibility that I am wrong about the age of the world. Let's do Iron Constitution. Should help us a lot. Yes, so we're feeling fine, which is good. Reduced disease symptoms, plush exotic carpet, attentive care, that's a massive health boost. Okay, so far so good. You have an 18 plus opinion of me. I will just take a quick glance at you to see if you are going to be easy to convert to witchcraft. Oh, I can't check while I'm swaying. That's fine, we'll do it later. That actually all seems fine. So Great Moravia is now split, and Hungary is our next target. We have more military than Hungary has at base. He has a truce with us, of course, for 21 months. Looking at his allies, that is an internal alliance. That is an internal alliance, so they are relevant to us. And we, of course, got rid of his powerful alliance with Sweden, which is good. Got rid of. Yeah, that's a, it's a twisted way to look at that, isn't it? So we killed that girl. That's what we're saying. We killed that girl. We're still waiting for our soldiers for all of our levies to restore. We will probably raise up these light footmen by one more. I think. Are you back yet? Nope, you're not back yet. Could you? Could you back? Could they let this guy to prison? He'll do it for a hook, will he? Fine. So you took it? You are now a powerful vassal? Fine. You can take the position. You still absolutely hate me? Should I even try to fix this guy's opinion? He really hates me a lot, or should I just let it go? I really don't like this guy being in that position. He was not my intended ruler of this area. What can we do to fix our situation with him? I don't have any vassals I would grant him. I'm not giving him money. It's not a high enough chance to bother. Try to learn his language. We'll wait till after the witchcraft thing is finished. Wife is pregnant again. We're rolling these dice quite a bit more than we were before, that's for sure. What's going on here? I don't really have anyone to put here, because is he not out of the prison yet? Bud? Why are you not available? Oh, you are not able. So who was my previous spy master then? Oh, it was the guy who I had in charge here who was my previous spy master. The guy they removed. Ugh. I don't like anything about that. I don't like anything about that. So here's what I see. Okay? Whatever happens, this territory is going to my uncle. Because he's the heir. There's no one else. He's the heir, right? So just to get rid of this guy who doesn't like us, we're just going to grant him the vassal of the territory he's going to end up with now. That gets rid of a powerful vassal who doesn't like us. He likes us better. And this guy doesn't like us right now, but he'll come around in time, and we can do work on him later. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our brother over him, because we don't actually care about his opinion. And then we're gonna put like a random courtier in here, right? We're gonna put this woman in here. Because she's best. And if they don't like it, that's their problem. Because I really don't feel any specific need. Like, that guy's just a mayor, so we don't care about him. In fact, you know how little I care about him? I care about him this little. I don't think I can put her as a mayor, but I might be able to. No. So let's grant this to somebody who likes me. It's my brother-in-law, eh? Great. Now this is going to be a problem. He mainly doesn't like me because of everything. He wants a seat in the council, he's never getting it. It's short terrain, offensive war, not rightful liege, below expectation of legitimacy, cultural acceptance, yeah. I mean, I don't consider him to be legitimate, so if he decides to go to war with me, we will have a problem with that war, right? This territory is pretty much going to need to be, we'll get there. We can't do everything at once. This needs to finish. Jeez. Trying to do too much at once. 3 years. So this is now 3 years away. Because we're much more learned than we were before with the, with our books, right? Yeah. Our wife is, of course, pregnant again. And we have gotten through the plague. Very good. I am actually really happy about that. That puts us in an interesting position. So our vassal here is now in the Byzantine Empire. And we are now bordered by the Byzantine Empire. That's not scary. Oh, no, it's not, actually. They're not that strong. But I mean, Hungary, right? It's probably absolutely insane that I'm not going to try to fix this guy. But he's not that strong, and if he rebels against me, I'll just fight him and remove him. Oh, another daughter! We are 5 for 5 daughters. Look at that, Elisabetta. Elisabetta, you can keep that name, Elisabetta. That's cool. That's pretty cool. We probably should just accept that this is our destiny at this point. I mean, she's stubborn and temperate. And gregarious. I'm not sure she even wants to be queen. She would make a good one. Don't get me wrong. But 5 for 5. 5 for 5. See. He's sworn fealty to us and paid. Ooh. I think he heard me when I said I didn't consider him to be legitimate. He's trying to. He might be trying to make amends here. Well, I wonder. Wait, shouldn't that be equipped? I didn't think you could give away items that were equipped. Oh, wow. It like, switched my item? Well, I must have done that by accident. There's no way that it did that. I could give him this. I'm basically having fits of decision-making confusion here. Because keep going back and forth on whether or not I should actually give this guy a chance. Let's gift him the stag antlers. He'll give him 43 opinion. That takes away a ton of the top off. Fine. I'll give you another shot, man. Let's see how you do. If we look at 21, he's minus 21, right? If we take away the disapproves conversion, minus 18, and then minus 9 for demanded conversion, which is like 10 years away for those two, then he will like us. So he will passively come to like us. We'll also get to remove 10 from the below legitimacy. And then there's the cultural acceptance of minus 29. Fact is, he won't stay positive to us because the received artifact will go down. But we could sway him. We just don't have declare friendship. We don't have, like, befriend, so we won't be able to lock it in, right? And that's one of the important things you want to do in a situation like this. We could try to improve acceptance, like Slovian acceptance. Could be a thing. Well, we'll just see how it goes. We're not going to give up on him, but if he does get uppity, we will put him in his place. That is for dang sure. Now, the war he is in is for this, right? And this is above the edge of Hungary? Yeah, it is. So we don't actually care about that at all. Because we will be usurping Hungary when we can. Oh, where does that leave us? I mean, he will be eventually losing 440 from the fact we fired him from the council too, right? That will go away? Maybe already did go away? How close are we on a legitimacy up? Because we haven't held court yet, and we could end this episode by holding court. Let's end the episode by holding court. It won't give us quite enough, I don't think, to put us at 80, but it'll be close. And then maybe after that, we hold a feast. So let's just hold court at the end of the end of this episode, and then feast next. So hold court. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. Wow, that was the worst read of that I've done in a long, long time. Gesture for the first in line to approach. My vassal Ban Milovan and my marshal Ban Pavel stand in front of me bickering, as usual, about the best politics for our country. War is the only way to make a country rich and powerful, states Milovan. Only in peace can a country grow and prosper, says Pavel. This time, however, they expect me to take a position. Our people are proud warriors, not cowardly peasants. Levy size, but holding taxes. I think this is true. We're not cowardly. I think actually, no. Oof. This is actually really hard because Pavel is somebody who I need to get the opinion up of. Neither one of these choices is really good, though. I think we just take the -10 on both. Because that'll be easier to compensate. My knight, Volkshin, stands before me, a hopeful expression on his face, my lord. I couldn't help but notice that in recent times the realm's finances have not been the healthiest. Of course, you have been administering them egregiously. Oh, it's egregiously! So he wants to build us another barony. I would love 250 gold for a barony, my man. Thank you so much. That's great. Okay, so the end is not nigh. Take this fool out of my sight. The end is not nigh. No, everything's fine. I read the stars. I thought it was nigh, but I changed my mind. I'm right about all things. Just please, just get. Oh, we can hold the feast right away. How nice is that? And the feast will absolutely work. Or maybe we could hunt instead, although are we really a hunter? Yeah, we're much more learned. Maybe we instead hold a funeral. Do we still have the ability to hold a funeral for our father? We do. I think we hold a funeral for our father. I think that's a good idea. It's been a long time since I've held a funeral. So we have dignified ceremonials, humble ceremonials, and extravagant ceremonials. I think we do dignified, but instead of mourning, we can't espouse legitimacy because we don't have that ability. Because that comes from the thing, doesn't it? Yeah, it's fine. But I think this might be the right choice. I think so. We could try to befriend, but who would we try to befriend? I mean, we could go after the Ban here, who we've been trying to make work, or we could go after Milovan, our vassal. He is also our vassal. That could be worthwhile, but no, no. If we wanted something to like gather people together for positive reasons, we wouldn't be holding a funeral. I think we're gonna hold the funeral. We're not gonna do anything other than just mourn. It's fine. Hello. After after realizing that I only had about, I don't know, less than 20 minutes of footage and no convenient places to put any good cutscenes in, I thought we would do a little bit of extra session time just to finish this funeral. We haven't done a funeral in a really long time, so I think it's a good way to end the episode, preparing for our war next episode with Hungary. Here we are. I will never forget him. Of course not. He was a wonderful king. In 3 months, we shall have our little event. Looking again at our innovations, we can see that quilted armor is coming up on us fast. 3 years. Was sort of saving money so that I could turn this unit into a heavy unit, but the last episode's comments mentioned that I also still need some siege weapons, so we're gonna kill these guys now. Destroy bowmen. And then we are going to create onagers. There we go. So we're now building up an onagers unit. Should help in our future wars to prevent us from keep having these long sieges that are making the wars take too long. Let us get more work done in less time, you know? Very good idea. Excellent. What is this war? Who are you at war with, sir? War who, sir? Okay, so it's... Oh, it's still my brother. Still trying to take the county from him. And he's winning. And he's actually just won. So he will successfully take that county after all. Alright. And somebody is beating up my daughter. Where can I find them? Actually, I think she's... I don't know. What in the world has happened to my daughter? Vidica. She is bruised and beaten and refuses to name who did this to her. Was it an older child, or did she pester a noble to the point of fury? If a noble beat her up, I would literally murder him. If so much as a pin drops, Vidica will be running for the safety of an empty closet. Poor girl seems to live in constant fear. Run and hide and never give your foes a chance to... Nope. Avoid people and you'll be safe. Nope. Paranoid. Oh, geez. I guess shy is better than paranoid. Paranoid makes her good at stabbing. Her life goal is to be good at handling money. Shy makes her bad at diplomacy and good at learning. And Craven makes her bad at fighting but good. I think we're gonna get her to be shy. Shy it is. Alright. It's fine. You'll do well. And this war is over, and my brother has successfully expanded his own territory, unifying this entire duchy now, I think. He holds that whole duchy. Yep, so he holds all of Dalmatia and all of Lower Bosnia. I'm not his rightful liege because he has the wrong duchy as his primary duchy, and there's really little I can do about that. I do wish the game would figure that out. You know, it could easily just switch these, and if he just switched these, then I would, he'd be in my domain. I might fix that. I might fix that. The other way to do it would be to get Dalmatia to be actually de jure. Like, if we look at our de jure drift, we should run this while we're doing it so that this doesn't take forever. If we look at our de jure drift using this, we can see that this is transferring over and will transfer over in 46 years, and this is transferring over and will transfer over in 26 years. Funeral. Offering... The offering of libations. I and other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. Mayor Harana of Havar, usually the lifeblood of any feast, now sits across me misty-eyed with an untouched goblet at his side. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to satisfy our hedonistic desires while Nikola has none? Join me. Empty your goblet. In libation. The guests seem to agree. There is wisdom in Harana's oafish lamentation. Join the offering. A round of drinks for all. I will remember him in my own way. No, we will join the offering. We will definitely join the offering. I think that's a correct thing to do. My poor father drinks no more, so we shall not drink. The mourners move through the hall weeping in a kind of macabre dance, all for King Nikola of Bosnia, the unsettling silence of people holding back what they so desperately wish to do. Silent screams never part their lips, hard-fought battles against tears, being lost, so ashamed of their own grief. I rise to my feet and allow myself to get lost in the dance with my fellow mourners. I must remain strong. Alright. A time to mourn. The shadows of mourners no longer loom over me, and I am at last given a moment alone. What quiet comfort I could take in such a moment, without the rattling and prattling of other guests in my ears, just me and my thoughts of King Nikola of Bosnia. Ah, it feels good. Yes, it does. It feels good to give our father a proper celebration. The very first king of Bosnia. He's told me the history of my father's ring. Of my, actually, technically speaking, of my great-great-grandfather's ring, Duke Nikola. Before me a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drink. No, not great, just great. Of drink. We'll just start that again. Before me a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drink, as if King Nikola of Bosnia were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. Baron Valios of Greben has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet, however. Swilling his goblet around in idle solace, his middle-distant stare falls wearily upon me, and with a quiet nod he raises his drink high. To King Nikola of Bosnia, truly one of the greats. My father was great. I mean, he founded this kingdom. He is the father of this royal dynasty, although we acknowledge the father of our family to be Nikola, the Ban. We could just praise our father, which is like us. We wouldn't praise ourselves over our father. We don't really feel that way. Tell us what he really meant to you. We could get an opinion of this Baron. We aren't specifically seeking his opinion, but again, there's also no problem with seeking his opinion. We could speak a quiet prayer. Yes, we will toast our father to King Nikola of Bosnia. The grief of the father. Hunched beside me, bereft of pretense of proprietor, is the inconsolable Radoboy, grazes out into the nothingness before him. Not a tear falls from his eyes, not a word passes his mouth until he turns to me. God can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind yet blow? Why does the sea continue its push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? The apocalypse is upon us, my father is dead. Yes, one of my priestly brothers. This is Radoboy. We haven't seen him in a long time. Seems to be doing all right. He is in Rama, of course. That's where this is taking place. But I think he dwells in my my court. While there's life, there is always hope. Remember now, we must not let grief overwhelm us. Yeah, we don't like that because we're cynical. I think we're gonna go for the, where there is life, there is always hope. Yes. The purpose of the living is to remember the dead, so that the dead may live on. That is what I think we feel as an alchemist and witch. We'll just click that. We comforted our brother, good. Our moment in time. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our departed King Nikola of Bosnia. With his crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination, I am left with a moment of solace between myself and my father. Shall take some hair, that feels weird. It's time for a quiet prayer. That also feels weird to us. We could just grieve him. I don't think so. I think we're just going to grieve him peacefully. I think that's enough. The false king. I gaze upon King Nikola of Bosnia in quiet contemplation, interrupted only by the occasional well-wishers offering their sympathies. Fiend! Fopdoodle fiend! You dare call yourself king, my brother? What is wrong with you? I just comforted you. You're a priest! You couldn't take... I'm just gonna tell him that... Think whatever you think, brother. You've been a priest since you were a boy. You accepted to take up the cloth. You can't come here now in your grief. I mean, I should feel sympathy for him. Obviously, he's in distress. He doesn't know what he's saying. The sorrowful line marches on. The line to have the last moment with King Nikola of Bosnia. A last whisper Alas, long goodbye. Alas, nothing at the last place anyone will see him again. Truly a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer until, at last, the figure in front of me parts, and there is nothing but a veil between me and him. Make a speech promising to rule in his honor? No, I think I will speak to his virtues, yes. Will speak to the greatness of my father. No, we actually have a relatively consistent kingdom up until the north. We have a couple of counties out, but mostly our counties are all very consistent, right? We have only part of this county and one here, but everything else is pretty clean. We're a pretty clean little kingdom right now. Well, he tells us a little bit of Miroslava's scepter. Important nobility, far too great in number to name, passed by the enshrouded body of King Nikola of Bosnia, granting him little more than a simple bow or a nod, as though such a gesture was sufficient to show one's reverence for a life. My heart weighs as heavy as my pockets, so full of trinkets and memories of Nikola, I can't help but wonder why I should get to hold objects which rightfully belong to him. I don't think so. No, we're keeping these things because they remind us of him. We're not going to put them into the grave. That wasn't his will, and it's not ours. In a quiet corner of the Hija, I overhear Camilla chatting with a group of mourners. She somberly gestures me over. We all have fond memories of King Nikola of Bosnia. I was just talking about the time I became friends with him. Tell me, have you any memories to share? Yes, I knew him well. He's my frickin' father. Why is it a 50-50? That doesn't seem right. I'll just say the memories are too painful because I don't want to tell a bad story about my father. Call to war. So you want us to go to war with Hungary. You're reclaiming all the Christian relics from Hungary. I have to decline because I can't get into a yeah, I'm gonna have to decline. Sort of sucks for her, really. Did he expand his territory? I think he expanded his territory. No, it's the same. It just looks so big sometimes and so small other times. It used to look bigger when, at least look smaller when there was more of Greater Moravia. Now that he took some of it, it sort of looks different. Sorry, I know that I should, like, she is my ally and it would be good to help her, but on the other hand, I can't. I literally can't. Because I can't get, I think it would cause me to be in a truce with him, and I'm not waiting for a truce to end before I go to war with him myself. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Let's look at these guys. Let's look for a successor here. Oh, right. We already looked for a successor there. That's because we don't have the ability to make heavy cavalry, heavy infantry yet. Yeah. Still 2 years away. I don't think there's any reason to really station this anywhere. I guess we could put it here because point 1 is better than nothing. And that is probably where we will eventually want it anyway. Looking at this, in order to build you, we need to have banking. In order to get banking, I think we need a whole one more, like it's really far in the future. It's not even in here. It's like here, right? Yeah, it's far, far off. Well, we won't be building that anytime soon. All right, let's finish up the funeral. Dust to dust. Now the time has come to commit King Nikola of Bosnia's final rites before his final journey into the hereafter. Nikola's enshrouded body is held suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. Stood at his head is you, a privileged place of mourning afforded to only a magnanimous host. To see him surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper Christiani burial gives me hope that perhaps I too will be remembered this fondly as king. At last, his body is lowered into the earth and the funeral is officially completed with a prayer. Beautiful. And a birthday party apparently right when I'm having this happen. I will take the biggest one. It is another hammer. All right, and that is the end of the funeral. We've done quite well. we lost stress, we gained piety, and we can say goodbye to our father. And with that, I'm going to bring this episode officially to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join us in the next time. I'm sorry that there's not that many cutscenes in this episode, but there just wasn't a lot of places to put them, and this recording of the, this recording of a little extra to add on the end was very last minute, so I won't have time to add any to the funeral. But we will have an intro and an outro, so I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now. Batich, what is it? I wanted to apologize to you. Apologize? Yes, I don't know. In my grief, I came to regret agreeing, taking up the cloth. Brother, you would never have been king, even if you hadn't sworn yourself to the service of Christ. I know, sometimes we do not think of what we say, and I hope to God you can forgive me. Then I shall let bygones be bygones, my brother. Of course I forgive you. Thank you.